Welcome to episode 4 of the Serenity Knitting Society podcast. My name's Alex. Buddy is wandering around and may or may not come and introduce himself. Come say hi. This is a knitting podcast. Here we go. Here's Bud. Here's Buddy. Say hello. He's still getting used to the world. This is a knitting podcast, now based out of North Coast, New South Wales. Buddy's like, that is very good, excellent. Please keep scratching me and not filming. Also, still love that my phone focuses his face. Anyway, he's gonna sit down here for a little bit, we'll see. Yeah, welcome, it's nice to see you. Buddy, no, you can't have it. Goodness. Yeah, I'm excited to be here. It's been a big couple of weeks. I'll save a little bit of life update, Buddy moving fun, story time for the end, / depending on how time's going, I might do, next week I've got some leave and I might do a like question answer, sit and knit, little chatteroo. So we'll just see how we're going for time. Full disclosure, I filmed this yesterday, but the lighting was just terrible. And it's not like I'm here, you know, making full-blown profesh videos, but I also, I don't know, I take pride in what I'm doing here. And so I kind of filmed it and I was looking at it and I was like, you know what, I'm just not really happy with it. I had a lot of interruptions. I was very tired. I'm still a bit tired, but I'm not as tired today. And I think, I just thought, you know, I'm just gonna sit down again and have another chat, you know. I like my coffee. Look, I feel like I'm very coordinated today. This is my mug. I can't tell you where to get it. I bought it at a artists market that they run on the first Sunday of every month in Tamworth, New South Wales. All I can say is I have quite a number of these in very different styles, shapes, colours, because they're handmade, one of a kind. But God bless that woman, because truly, like, she's selling them way too cheap. And I've had this conversation with her. I think this was like less than $5. Like, I bought 4 or 5 of these for $30. And I was having a chat to her and I was like, look, man, have you heard of Etsy? You could be making a fortune. Anyway, they're beautiful. They're beautiful. And this is one of my favorite ones. I need coffee. This is my first coffee of the day. Yep. So yeah, I filmed this yesterday. It just didn't, I don't know. It wasn't the vibe I was going for. It felt quite rushed and interrupted. And today I've woken up and it's a beautiful, rainy, cool-ish, we're still in Australia, cool-ish, 22 degrees, cool-ish day, and I have nowhere to go. Probably gonna get a coffee again later. I've got some work to do, like home admin stuff that I need to do, stuff for the move. And we have no furniture, so if the sound quality is a bit weird, it's because I'm sitting in a very empty room. But yes, as I said, I'll either do a fill in at the end if we've got time, / you know, if I'm like under an hour, I might do that. Otherwise, I will do a like little Instagram question and answer and film that next week. So I might even do that over the weekend. We'll just kind of see how we go. So let's get into the knitting. I love that I wrote notes yesterday, but I'm wearing a totally different outfit. However, I actually am much happier with this one in as far as this is like what I wear 95% of the time, which is, can I show you my pants? Maybe jeans. Some kind of jeans, whether they're like leggingy jeans. I like the ones that you can get from Suzanne's, the ones that are kind of like actually like they're denim looking, but they're, I don't know, Suzanne's do 2 ones. There's ones that like really look like leggings, and that's fine, but I like the ones that are kind of, they actually look way more like jeans. Like if you didn't know, you might not know. And then I'm really into, I've got like 2 pairs of like kind of slouchy, actual denim, mum jeans or like boyfriend jeans. I'm really into those. I didn't know I didn't know that was a thing for me. I just will wear them 24/7. And like a white linen shirt. No, I have not ironed it. I didn't want to, so I didn't. And I'm wearing my Espace Tricot Fleur shawl. I love Espace Tricot patterns. I love them, I love them. I do knit quite a few of them. I really want to knit the turtle dove. Oh, I've got my hair on my face now. Or cat hair. I was just sticking my face in my fluffy cat. Actually, my mum watched my first video and she's like, you touch your face a lot. And I was like, Mum, you don't know what it's like to knit with mohair. It gets everywhere. Anyway, so this is, and it's in, I knit this in Sonder Yarn Co. Grace, which is their single ply merino cashmere silk base, and also Halo, which is their mohair silk. I'm assuming you can see that. In the color, I think it's Cathedrale. It's the one that the actual, that's gonna bother me too. I always keep pushing my glasses back up. It's the one that the sample was knit in, and I saw it immediately and was like, I'm gonna need that. So I bought this at the time where, before Sonder Yarn Co. was Sonder Yarn Co., it was part of Espace Tricot, and I bought it from their website. The shipping's pretty good to Australia, $25, got it in. Also the exchange rate, Canadian dollar to Australian dollar, is really good. There is hair in my face, and my glasses are clean. So yeah, the exchange rate's pretty good. So this is my favorite shawl. I think this is the thing, this is out of all my knits, this is the thing I probably wear the most. I just love the color, the bobbles. It looks more complicated than it is. I've said this to a lot of people who are like, oh, I could never make that. No, the instructions are really straightforward. I'm really having a hard time with this, aren't I, friends? I'm not gonna restart it, I don't care. We're all friends here. The bobbles look harder than they are. They've got really, really, really good instructions. It's a free pattern, so even if you just, want to look up how to do bobbles, go check it out, it's really good. Sonder Yarn Co. I haven't tried all the yarns in the world, but of all the yarns I've tried so far, Sonder Yarn Co. are my desert island yarns. I am beyond excited to do the Sunday morning DK in particular. I'd like to try the DK and knit a sweater in that. I am just champing at the bit for when they release international shipping. I'm just like, right, let's go. I love all the colors. I just think I've knit quite a few things in this combination of the Grace and the Halo, and it is perfection. Yeah, there are a few, I'm happy, yeah, maybe that's a little question for my Q&A, but I do have quite a few yarns that are kind of, a lot of them which are a little bit trickier to get in Australia, but I also have quite a few that I'd really like to try too, that I have a feeling I would be very into. Yeah, anyway, I'm like, side note. It's a triangle shawl construction. I used 2 skeins of each of these. All the yardage requirements and stuff is on the free pattern, so yeah, just check it out. I'm gonna knit another one of these, 110%. It's the perfect shape. I like how it sits. I like how it when I'm like, it's kind of, so it's a triangle, but it kind of has, I don't know how to describe it, longer arms. You know what I mean. It's kind of got, like, it's quite steep. I'm like, are you actually seeing any of it? I can't tell. It's quite steep, and so I like the way that sits on my body shape, and I like how it wraps around me, and I just like it. It's definitely my favorite. I have another shawl in the same combo, but the shape is a little bit harder to wear, but maybe I'll wear that one next time. I think I'll be wearing more shawls now because it is getting cooler, warmer here, and so I'm less inclined to wear my Icelandic wool jumpers. So yeah, that's what I'm wearing. There'll be much coffee drinking in this episode because I am low on caffeine and very tired, as you can see from the beautiful bags under my eyes. It's okay. I don't really have anything I need to do today or tomorrow. So get a little bit of downtime now. So FOs. First FO. Ta-da! It's a Sophie scarf, a real one. No, the other one was a real one too. It's just, it was modified. This is the full Sophie scarf. Like, I just put this back on. I'm probably gonna have to show you what this looks like on. Maybe I'll take some photos later. We'll see. I don't know if I can be bothered. So this is the full-sized Sophie scarf by Petit knit. I'm getting the vibe this is gonna have some funny side effects. Maybe some funny sound effects in this episode. I'm just feeling super chill, serene, one could say. I'm actually pleasantly surprised by this. So I cast this on as I'm moving, WTF am I gonna knit on? I don't have the extra funds to purchase yarn. Oh, let's just start something. And actually I'm pretty happy with it. So it's a very simple pattern. I actually think it would be an excellent first knitting pattern. I think it really gives you well, maybe not first knitting, if you know, maybe one up from knitting a square, you know, like it gives you really simple increases, really simple decreases. You learn how to make a very simple edging, and you're kind of learning how to follow a pattern. Like, I think it could be a really good one. If you're kind of in that stage of things, I'd definitely be recommending that. I held a DK weight with a mohair. It is a DK weight pattern. So I knitted on the recommended needle size. I would say the fabric is probably slightly firmer. It's definitely the ones that you see that they've more fluff. The ones that you have, why do they always get caught in these little bits, like little whiskers? I end up feeling like a little rabbit. The one that I've seen Petit knit make are they tend to be a cashmere and alpaca. So I wanted the softness of that. But I didn't have any in my stash. So I just was like, okay, gotta do my own thing. So I did. I will definitely be making more of these. I'd love to make one. I think my grandma would love this. I think my mum would love this. I think many people in my life would love this, but I also think it took me, like, I was mid-major move, and I think this took me a couple of days. It's a simple pattern once it's a very simple pattern. You can definitely do it as long as you can count to 8, which at times I struggled with. But even then, like, I definitely think there's a few where I fudged it slightly, where I did, one extra row or one extra whatever before the increase. It's fine, like, it's not meant to be a military operation. I think when there's like lace or color work, yeah, sure, deaths follow the pattern. This was kind of like, I followed the pattern 98% of the time. There's probably times where I missed a row or, increased too early or whatever. I just think of that as like intuitive knitting. And look, it turned out fine. You know what, I will put it on. Go on, Alex. So I did this for a couple of reasons. One, I wanted something super duper 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 easy that I didn't have to think about while I was moving. Two, I've had this ball in my stash for quite a while, pretty much since actually before I started knitting, because I crocheted a really sweet shawl in this color. I didn't even tell you what it was. It's a Malabrigo Rio in the color Heavenly. Look how cute. Also, how do you, Ascot? How Happy Jack's Mints. Not that they're watching this, but if they were, that's their hashtag. Totally check it out. Very cute. I think this is actually going to be A, adorable. B, I think it's going to be very, very practical, particularly living in Australia where it's not super, I mean, obviously if I'm like walking around, I'd be like rugged up in something. But I think that's one of the, I don't remember if I was doing A, B or C or 1, 2 or 3. B. I like going for quite a lot of walks, and particularly where I used to live, it was kind of in a mountainous region. It was very cold, frosts, fogs, like it also got up to 47 degrees Celsius in summer, so it was a bit intense. Here on the coast, I think it will obviously be a bit more temperate, but I also think that there's going to be a lot more wind chill factor. That's definitely, I used to live on the coast when I was living in Sydney. I used to live in like the Northern Beaches, freshwater Manly area. So the winds are pretty intense, and I thought once I've got my little jacket on, I probably don't need quite as many layers, but I might just want a little bit of something to kind of, yeah, just snug in. So I'm actually pretty happy with this. I don't know if I would have made it if it weren't for the How Do You Ascot tag. Like I just don't think I would have, I don't know if I would have gravitated towards it, but I'm actually thrilled with it, and I do think it's going to be super practical. I'm thinking about just leaving it in my car. And so that whenever I'm out somewhere or I need something, I just have one. I held it with a mohair. It was Rowan Kidsilk Haze, like the bright white colourway. I don't remember exactly what the colour is. It's not my favourite of all the mohairs. I definitely preferred the Silky Kid by Ella and Ray or the Halo by Sonder. It is 100% natural fibres, like it's silk and mohair, but for me it just has in the ball, it has a slightly plasticky feel. Don't love it, wouldn't not buy it again, don't get me wrong, but if there was another one, I think I'd probably rather something different. I definitely want to knit more of these. I would really love one in an alpaca. There's a pink alpaca. I was at Skein Sisters the other day. And also they have I can't remember what the brand is. This could be the brand, I don't remember, but it's like Road to China, like silk alpaca something. Whew. It was a little bit pricey, but it was like really nice. I think it would be a beautiful gift. So that's my Sophie scarf. I'm pretty thrilled with that. Yeah. My other finished object is the Dahlia hair tie bow. I'm looking at my notes so I remember what it's called. It's by Isabel, Cecilia, and I don't have it with me because when we moved, I put it away. So I am going to work out, and I have actually confirmed that I can do this, because yesterday I wasn't sure. I am going to insert a photo here. Look at me, I did it. And if you're, interested in seeing some of these, like as they're finished or just keeping up with some stuff, feel free to follow me on Instagram. I'm at the Serenity Knitting Society on Instagram. I think this is so freaking cute. This was another, I don't have any yarn. I need I need something to knit on. I need it to be super easy. And this is a free pattern too, which is really awesome. And I knit it out of Fyberspates Cumulus in the colourway, I wrote it down, 915 Ethereal. And this was some leftovers. I think it uses like 6 grams of a lace weight yarn. So really great for scraps. I'm pretty sure I can still make another one with what I have left. And I will 100% be making more of them. They're so cute. I had it left over from a Birds of a Feather shawl that I knit a while back. And I had the idea, and I don't know if this is something you guys would be interested in because, like I said, I've got some leave next week. I wonder if it'd be something that you'd like to see, like the things I've knit. There's not that many things. Like I've only been knitting for a couple of years. So if that's something you're interested in, let me know. I've got some time to make some extra stuff. Yeah, so when I go back to work, I think it will be a little bit intense for a while. So I'm still going to try and keep up with the 2 weekly schedule, but I'm also anticipating that maybe it'll be like, you know, 2.5 weeks. So I thought, you know what, if I've got a couple of extra things that I can do now while things are a bit quieter, I'd love to be able to do that. So yeah, let me know if that's something you're interested in seeing. Yeah, so it's in a beautiful lilac color, super, super fun. I really finished this in a couple of afternoons, maybe not even, maybe an afternoon, like maybe 3 hours. Actually, I might have just finished this one in one and all go. Wait, hang on. My words are not coming out. I might have finished this one in one go. There we go. I feel like the lighting's gone weird. It stopped raining. Anyway, I will work out where I'm gonna set something, like I wanna set up a really cute space here with like, not here, but wherever I end up working out to film, I'd like to have like a nice little, I'd like to have some knitting art maybe in the background, some flowers. I'll definitely set up something cute, but I don't even have a couch yet, so this is a bit lower on the priority. It's a really pretty view from here. I might even see if I can do some little footage. We just have a little veranda and some trees. I'll see if I can turn it around at some point and film, maybe put it at the end. So those are my 2 finished objects. And yeah, I'm loving the small things because I just don't quite have the brain capacity for big things. However, in saying that, my first whip, they have 3.5, is a return, how do you say this? A returning guest? Anyway, whatever, I was trying to be smart. I can't think of it right now, so don't worry. I have started back on my pink Ranunculus. I know it's called a Ranunculus, but I sometimes like to call it a Ranunculus. So I finished the body. Yay! I actually think this is going to be cute. I forgot how much I liked it. And then I pulled it back out again. So little story time to kind of tell you how this came to be, because I wasn't expecting to be able to start back on this anytime soon. So I think I mentioned when I showed this the first time, I bought 4 balls of the Kremke Soul Wool in Dusty Rose from Skein Sisters a while back. And I had bought it to fix a yarn purchase that wasn't the color I thought it was going to be, and so I was like, cool, I'll just get this and then I'll make it cute. And it didn't work. It really didn't work. And so I had all this mohair, I didn't really know what to do with it, and I was like, Ranunculus? So which is a bit of a theme for me actually, but particularly in today's episode, as you shall see very shortly. Yeah, so anyway, last weekend, we moved on Thursday. On Saturday morning, we flew out to Sydney to go for our very close friend's engagement party. And then we went to fly back on Sunday morning at like 5 a.m. But the flight got cancelled. And so I was feeling really worried because Buddy does not like being left alone. If you haven't noticed from his sassy, adorable cuteness, he is not a big fan of being alone. And so I was quite worried about him because he was in a new place and he really doesn't like being left alone. And all of a sudden, instead of being gone for 1 night, we were gone for 2. And the poor little sausage hadn't even really gotten comfortable here yet. Anyway, so I was feeling pretty anxious about it, and I was like, okay, well, there's nothing I can do. And my husband was looking at me and he goes, you know what we should do today? And I was like, what? He's like, why don't we go over to like where the Alexandria Homemaker Mega Center is, go look at couches, and you know, like while we're in that area, like maybe we should go to Skein Sisters. And I was all of a sudden like, I was like, okay. Gee, I could find a reason to go to a yarn store. Sure, that was a great idea, husband. So we went over to Skein Sisters, and okay, there's more to the story. Hang in there, get a cup of coffee if you need a cup of coffee, or like we're hanging out. So I hope you've got a coffee or a tea or a bubbly water or a wine. What do, you girl, boy, person. All are included and appreciated here. So we drove over to Skein Sisters, and in my head I was like, okay, I'm definitely getting more of this dusty rose colour. I think I just need 2 more. Gosh, fingers crossed. I'll be a bit annoyed if this won't do it. I just wanted a little bit more length on the body, and I wanted to put some 3/4 length sleeves because I think I'll wear it. I originally thought I'd just do little, I actually even bound off the cap sleeves, but I do think I'm gonna wear it more with like a 3/4 length sleeve. Anyway, so I walk into Skein Sisters, I start having a little wander around, and then all of a sudden I must have said something, I can't remember exactly how this happened. I must have said something to the lovely girl behind the counter, and then all of a sudden she goes, oh, you're in Sydney! And I was like, yep, yes I am. And she goes, I watch your podcast. I was so excited. So Nikki, hey! I was so excited. Nikki was the first person that I have met out in the wild, and although I know that some people have watched this, it didn't quite land in my head that outside in the world other people had like watched it. I don't know, you know what I mean. It just kind of hadn't, I just, you know, I sit in my living room or, you know, this new living room and talk about yarn and stuff. And so it was so exciting. So then, anyway, we kind of chatted for a bit and I went back to look at yarn and I was like texting my husband, capital letters, oh my God, someone saw my podcast. And he's like, yeah, Alex, like at least a few people have actually seen it by now. And so yeah, Nikki, it was so lovely to meet you. It was so nice to just chat about yarn, and thank you for helping me work out what the heck I was gonna buy. And it was so nice because Nikki knew exactly why I was buying this, and she knew about why I was worried about Buddy. Like it was so lovely because it was like meeting a friend like automatically, because she kind of already knew what I was thinking. And then it was nice to learn a little bit about what Nikki does, and you know, hearing a bit about some of her stuff, and you know, looking at her projects on Instagram. And yeah, it was just really, really lovely. And yeah, I appreciated the yarn help because my sweet husband was sitting in the car and he's so chill. He just, like, I think I was in there for 40 minutes and my brain goes, he's waiting, I gotta go faster. He's like, Alex, I was just looking at my phone. Like realistically, I was probably gonna be doing that somewhere else anyway. Like take your time, you know? It's very rare that we get to go to a yarn store. So yeah, it was fun. And I do have some stash acquisitions, no actual acquisitions this time. I do have some acquisitions and they're pretty exciting. So I will show those later, but I'm really happy with how this is going. I just want to chuck in some sleeves. I need to probably work out. I'm probably not that far off finishing this sleeve realistically. I think what I'm going to do is I've got to check what the pattern actually says because I normally go a bit rogue with the sleeves, but I think I'm actually just going to do straight sleeves, increase quickly, and maybe even a little I-cord bind off. I've never done one before. However, I'm pretty sure it's actually what's written in the pattern, so it could be a good opportunity to learn. But I think this is going to look super cute. I think I could wear this with the outfit I'm wearing now. I think that would look adorable, and I think that I could wear it with black pants and kind of dress it up and have it look a little bit more fancy. And yeah, I'm excited. So that's my big whip, and then I have a couple of other little whips. So I have 2 gloves, mittens, but of differing pairs. So here, I wonder if I can do one on each hand. That'd be cute. One. I'll tell you about them separately, but this is just like, I have differing mitts. So this one is just a plain self-drafted mitt. I used the stitch count from the Cloudburst mittens in Bichet Bouche. It's like the grey, blue-green colourway. Just plain stockinette. This one is actually brought to you by Carson from Carsley Handmade. She doesn't know this yet, but I just wanted something that was a sock but not a sock, is essentially what I wanted to knit on, because I've been knitting a lot of plain socks at the moment and I love a plain sock. We'll keep knitting them forever. But I just wanted, I don't know, I wanted to use this. I loved this color. I thought it would, actually, my plan was I thought it would look really cute with my Fleur shawl, which I didn't put back on again. A knitting podcast, I'm not even wearing any knits. So I wanted them to go with this actually, because I thought it was so cute. And you know, I don't need all my mitts to match, but sometimes it's nice to have like a little cute outfit. So I cast on, I got like up to where the increases were, and it was telling me to do the make one left, make one right, and I just could not be bothered. Oh no. I just could not be bothered. Sorry, that was my phone telling me I'm on low power mode. Yeah, duh, I'm always on low power mode. I could not be bothered. And so I let it sit there for a while. And then I was watching Carson's podcast, and she was talking about, I can't remember what it was, I think it was a baby sweater. And she was saying like, oh, it said make one left, make one right, but I just did knit front back because it's easier. And honestly, I almost spat out my coffee. Mind blown. Like, I don't know why I didn't quite realize that often you could change the increase and just pick the one you like best. Like, not always, as this will tell you, but I was sitting there, my mind was blown. So anyway, this then sped along very quickly once I realized that I didn't have to do what the pattern told me to do, and I could just do it how I wanted. And yep, I was worried it would not look, like it wouldn't work with the same, or like it would look messy. All good. So I knitted on a 2.75mm needle, probably a little bit bigger than what they originally recommended. It is probably slightly loose because of that. Like, it's my only mild qualm is that it's like a little bit, like I think it probably could be, oh yeah, like there's, I don't know, am I being fussy? Probably. Would I have liked it to have been slightly smaller? Yeah, I would have. But I think overall, cute, comfortable. I think that they're going to be nice and like they're actually thin enough, which sounds hilarious for a mitten, but in Australia, like I've got a couple of pair of full-blown mitts and some thicker ones, and sometimes you just don't need that. Like you just need a little bit of something. And so I think these are going to be practical. Again, I thought I might actually just chuck these in my car for when I need something. And I love the feel of the Biche Bouche wool. Like it's that kind of, it has that real dry feeling. I love it so much. So yeah, really happy with these. I am gonna knit the other one at some point. I am gonna knit the other one. I am actually quite good at picking back up half done projects. I think it's something that I'm not the type of person to leave it languishing for really long periods of time. And even if I do, I have historically always come back to them. So I don't really see it as a big deal. I'm just, you know, I'm out here living my best knitting life, and I'm only gonna knit on what I want to knit on. So then I actually needed a project that was going to use a little bit more brain power, because through the move I was feeling pretty anxious, at least coming into the move a little bit more. And there were lots of things to organize. And even though I wrote lists, like I'm very good at navigating these things, even with all that, my brain was just busy, right? And so while I at some points needed projects that were very meditative and very simple, I also sometimes like having more complex projects or colorwork projects or lace projects that are going to use brain power, because I can only concentrate on so many things at once. And this was the one. So this is the Bobby Dazzler mitten by Kerry Malley. I'm going to double check that because my writing isn't super clear. I'll put it in the description box. So her mittens are actually full-blown Selbu mittens. These are kind of her, she's got a number of patterns that are all really, really cool. This is her one that's kind of like, there's no lining. It's kind of like the quicker version, or maybe the starter version or the gift knit version, where maybe you don't want to do all of the intricate things that you might do in another scenario, like you know, might do for like the full-blown Selby mittens, but ones that are kind of, there's still a lot of wow factor, but they're kind of a bit simplified. Yeah. However, when I say that, are they not still like pretty stunning? So again, Australia, climate. I didn't know, I've already got a couple of pair of like full-blown mitteny mittens, so I really thought fingerless gloves would be the most practical for me, and I didn't want to wear these a lot. And so how I did that basically was I just cast on, did the ribbing, I started the mitt, followed the pattern, obviously I haven't done the thumb, followed the pattern. Oh yeah, I'll show you this side too because it's really pretty. And okay, so this one was where you can't do, I tried, you can't do front back increase, nip front back increase. You need to do the, where's the camera? You need to do the make one left, make one right. It was fine, I did it. Like this one I was happy to think on. The other one I didn't want to think on. This one I was in the mood to think. So yeah, basically I just did that. I just kind of did the pattern up to where it felt like a nice stopping place. You know, it kind of made it mirror image. I'm actually thrilled with that. The pattern continues where this is repeated in the full mitten. I think because I went up a needle size, I think that would have been too long and awkward. And I'm actually thrilled with how this pattern ended up looking. I knit it in Rauma Finull, which is actually one of my favorite yarns at the moment. I'm really, again, I love that dry, woolly wool feel. Not scratchy at all. I think it's actually really soft for a non-superwash. I did the natural cream color and the, I think it's pink melange, or it's like a gray marled pink color. I don't have the ball bands. I threw them out. Oops. It was before I knew I had podcasts. I didn't know yet, guys. I didn't even know that anyone would care about this. So I'm just gonna keep showing you because I'm actually pretty excited about these. They turned out way better than I would have thought. I think I'm gonna wear the crap out of these. So yeah, I'm really happy with these. And I will definitely be knitting the other one. I actually might even cast it on this afternoon, although actually I do want to cast on a new project. So we'll see. I actually have run out of brain power, so this one might be one that I kind of keep for when I've got some more brain power. I'm low on the brain power at the moment. I need to buy a couch so I have somewhere to sit. So those are my whips. What else have I got? Anything else? I have acquisitions. Yeah, I got acquisitions. Righto, we're doing well, friends. Have you noticed over the course of this 37 minutes the coffee kick in? Because I have. I might be mildly caffeine addicted. If you are about thinking you might need to make a comment on that, don't. It's fine. There are plenty of other things that, you know, could be concerning, and 3 coffees a day is fine by me. So if you're a coffee gal, you get it. If you're not, that's okay, no worries. But I don't want any comments telling me to stop drinking coffee because I'm not going to do it. So don't bother. I appreciate your concern, but all good. I love my coffee. So acquisitions. So Sweet Nikki at Skein Sisters helped me as I was having my little panic. And when I say panic, it was more like there were so many options. I am the type of person that loves to, I pre-plan what I'm going to purchase. I might not pre-plan the colors. Like I love the creative spontaneity in the colors, but I generally know, right, I'm going to do this. I'm looking for this amount of yardage and I'm doing it in this weight. And then I can kind of go in and be a bit creative. So it's like controlled creation. And because I hadn't been expecting this trip to Skein Sisters, I was like, what the heck am I making? So my original plan was I was just going to go in and either buy a couple of sock yarns, or I was going to go in and maybe just buy like a fingering weight, like 2 skeins of fingering weight to make a shawl of some description. The other thing is I happen to be a bit bougie and I pretty much like all my shawls to have mohair in them. And I wasn't really in a place where I could spend like $300 on yarn on the other day. So I was, don't get me wrong, I definitely had a good crack. But I was kind of like, there was this block between going, okay, we're trying to be a little bit conservative at the moment. Let's just settle down. So because I was making a bit of a decision in a short period of time, it will not surprise you all that I did decide to buy yarn for another ranunculus. Will you keep watching if all I knit is ranunculi? Like, they're all very different, but there is a good chance that I'm going to knit multiple of these over the course. I actually really enjoy re-knitting patterns. And I was really thinking about this. I did say this in the episode I filmed yesterday, which will not now see the light of day. I find it really comforting to knit a project again. Like sometimes I definitely feel like I'm very intuitive with the way, and I'm very intentional in the way that I choose my knitting. And so there's something kind of comforting to know that I've knit this pattern before. There's nothing unexpected. I know how it's going to fit. I'm engaging in the process that I enjoy, and I really love that, and I suppose sometimes I love knitting things that are new, but there's something comforting and familiar about having a construction that I've already done before. I love a raglan. I love a round yoke. I'm not such a fan of the top. Oh yeah, because about the whips, geez, if you've been following along with my Rift Tee, so I just want to be clear, Rift Tee, the pattern, incredible. Yarn pattern combo, gauge, where I'm at with it. I'm just going to leave it for a little bit, so I might not mention it for a while. I am going to block it. If you're interested in what I'm actually talking about, you can feel free to check out the previous episode, but I'm knitting it in Trubu. I'm going to leave it for a little bit. It's just not doing it for me. The pattern itself is stunning. I have no complaints about the pattern. I think it's a combination of the yarn, my gauge with the yarn, and the way the pattern is constructed is a bottom up, which is not my preference. And I think if I was going to do that, I think I need to do a bottom up in a heavier weight, because it's gonna go faster. I don't know, there's just something, I don't feel like I want to put more time into where it is right now, because if I'm struggling to knit it in the round, by the time I'm knitting it back and forth, I am like, not keen. I'm just gonna leave it. So, without further ado, I'm going to knit a Ranunculus again. And I'm going to knit it in Quince & Co. Cathedrale in the colour Hyacinth. Look how cute it is. I felt like this might end up being my, what are those things called? The picture at the start. I'm having a little love affair with purple, if you can't tell. Love it. I mean, I've always loved purple. I feel like my colors are really like pink. Like lilacs and mauves, dusty pinks, dusty blues, blue greens. Like I definitely go outside of that, but those are my kind of, you can't really go wrong with me in those colors. And I think this is going to look super cute with jeans. I'm going to knit a short sleeve version because we're coming into summer. I really want to knit so it was between this and knitting another Ranunculus, or I really want to knit the Lumi jumper pullover, whatever. Lumi pullover by Sari Nordland. 100% I'm going to knit this. I saw Carson's from Carsley Handmaids one, and I'm like, girl, I'm going to need one of those. Also, my husband notes that every time I talk about Carson, I start switching into a Texas accent. To be fair, I do that quite a bit anyway, but he has really noted that whenever I'm like, hey, I spoke to Carson today, he's like, and did you also move to the south of America? Like, anyway. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna need one of those, and I'm thinking I'm gonna do it in, actually, should I tell you? I don't know, I haven't made a decision. I think I'm gonna do it in Biche and Bouche. They have a worsted weight lamb's wool that's kind of more new, and I'm thinking of doing it in like a bluey green with white contrast. We'll see. Sunspun. I've been putting stuff in my carton off from Sunspun. I feel like they have more of a name than just Sunspun, but that's what I know them as. I've been putting stuff in my cart and then just like leaving it. Anyone else do that often? But I'm pretty sure I'm gonna buy that for my birthday. It's coming up at the end of the month. But I thought, look, come on, Alex, we're about to go into the middle of an Australian summer. Are you going to be wearing a full colourwork worsted weight sweater? Probably not. So I thought I'll start this first. And I am going to start it right away because I feel like I really want to wear it, and it's summer and that's what I want to do. So I'm going to do it. So I bought 7 of these. I'm concerned that I might not have enough. Oh, hello, tilty glasses. I'm concerned that I might not have enough. Why do I do this to myself? So I've got 7, it's 76 yards, 70 meters. The pattern tells me I only need 500 meters, and I don't think that's true because I am a if you haven't watched before, I am in a large body. I've got a 125 centimeter bust. I generally like about 5+ centimeters of positive ease. Although, to be fair, sometimes I do it to my bust size, even if it's just a couple of inches bigger than my bust size, because as with many people, but my bust is significantly bigger than the rest of my body. And so if by the time I've done a couple of inches of ease there's actually quite a lot of ease on my body. So anyway, I don't think I can get away with 500 meters of yarn for anything. Like, so I'm skeptical. But you know, I even thought I might swatch doing, it's a 6 mil needle for the Ranunculus. I thought I might even swatch for the 6.5. It seems like the yarn is quite, like it is a worsted weight yarn. I don't know, yeah. I might do this afternoon. I haven't got my ball winder and my Swift here because I'm still moving and nothing is here yet, but I could do it by hand. I got time. I'm watching a new show actually, and I didn't want to like it as much as I do. It's called Partner Tracks on Netflix. It's got the guy from Shadowhunters in it, which I really enjoyed that show. If you haven't watched it before, the Shadowhunters, the first season is a little bit, it's like, you know, it's a new show. I don't know how to say that nicely. You know it's a new show, right? Like it's not as professional. And then as they kind of get to the end and then second season onwards, it's excellent. And I really enjoyed it. I really enjoy, I read all the books. I really enjoy kind of fantasy, any kind of young adult. But I also, so my favorite book series, I don't know, where did we go with this? Anyway, I should finish telling my acquisitions and then I'll tell you about the other stuff. Anyway, but Partner Track, I've been watching it and it's actually, it's a little bit like, I did enjoy Suits. It's a little bit like Suits, but not at all. It's like a rom-com Suits. And it's about this kick-ass girl. I can't remember what her name is actually. What is her name? I was just watching it this morning. Anyway, she's kick-ass. She's trying to become partner of the firm. And what I love about it is that there is like this kind of like romance and intrigue, but there's also like wheeling and dealing, like outsmarting people. And there's also this real undercurrent, and I think they do this really, really well. There's a real undercurrent at looking at what it's like to be a minority in multiple areas. So the character is of Asian descent, and she's a woman in a law firm, and it's just watching the little moments, and they don't always clock them, but they do it in a way that's loaded. No, I don't know, maybe not even, like they don't clock them, they don't make a big deal out of it. It's honestly, it's almost as if, well, this is just what it's like for you know, different people in these scenarios. And yeah, I don't know. It's a very, I'm excited to see where they take this, because I think they're making some really important, I love how I'm showing the yarn. I think they're making some really important comments about society and how these things work. And also I think that they're really showing, I think it's entertaining, you know? So it's a combination of, some of my favorite things. So yeah, I'm loving it. I'm only up to episode 3. But I didn't think I would like it as much as I do. I'm loving it. So hoping to binge watch some of that this Arvo. So I'm probably going to do this and cast this on, because I actually think it will knit up quite quickly. I think that I think I'll wear the shit out of this. I was going to say crap, and then I was about to swear again. I'm almost like, can I do that here? Yeah, like, this is your page. You can swear whatever you want. Fuck it. I'm going to wear the shit out of this. I'm just going to start swearing now, guys. I've decided. I was trying to be a little bit considerate. I'm going to swear. I'm going to stop telling you that I'm going to swear. For future people, if I swear and it's not your cup of tea, no worries, but I'm just going to do it, okay? Done. Right. Cool. So I'm going to do that. Then, okay, so very exciting. And I did pull it out of the package because I did this yesterday. So I did pull this out of the package. So I have no way of telling you what colorways are what here. I was gifted very, very, very generously from Rainbow and Sprinkles, Megan. And she sent me a message on Instagram and said, hey, you know, can I have your address? And I was like, are you a serial killer? Because my husband will kill me if I hand out an address. You know, like, you know how they, like, it's the equivalent of like someone walking around with lollies trying to like steal children. Like you're just like, hey, I could give you some yarn. And I'm like, okay, cool. Have my address. Sounds great. So I was like, are you a serial killer? And she's like, no, I'm pretty sure I had your address from your last order, but I just wanted to make sure because I knew you were moving. And I was like, oh yeah, fair enough. Anyway, Megan very, very generously, like ridiculously generously gifted me this. And I wanted to be, I don't know how I'm going to do this in future. I want to be really clear. This was a gift. There was no strings attached to this in regards to telling me I needed to do anything about this. She just said, hey, I'd love to send you something. And I was like, cool. So I'm definitely going to work out a way that I can make that really transparent. I'm not trying to, you know, do anything that I don't know, it was just really nice. And I said yes. And I really wanted to share it with you because I was excited. So this is the, oh, you know what? I had the names of the colorways, but I think I've gotten rid of them. See, this is how you know it's definitely not like a promotional thing, because I wouldn't have thrown it out if it was the colorway names. But this is her, look, this is her spring mini set. Ooh, yeah. How do I show this to you all at once? Look at me, such a professional with her chipped nail polish. Oh yeah, look at those. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave that there for a second. It's like a bouquet. They're 50 gram minis. I'm pretty confident, it didn't say on the packet, but I'm pretty confident it's a 75-25 base, which I have knit. You guys might remember the peach mohair socks that I knit, maybe in the first episode or the second episode. Same base. And freaking love those. Like, I'm not one to really gush over a particular yarn colorway or whatever. I'm more likely to probably be about the texture or the feel or whatever. But that peaches and cream colorway, it is, I don't think I realized how good it was when I bought it. I don't think I realized how good it was when I caked it up. And then I started knitting with it, and it has the most beautiful, so it's peachy, obviously, peachy colorway, but it has the most delicate and soft, like rainbow sprinkle speckles through it. I would knit a sweater in that, 110%. It was out of this world. So I'm so excited. I have no idea what I'm going to make with this. I'm thinking about either some kind of fade project or looking at some kind of, I don't know, there's going to be something. Like, and I really want to use these in a way that's going to make them really pop. So I'm wondering if I get like I know Three Cats Yarn does a colorway called Calico, which is like a really nice whitey white, like a grey white, with little black speckles. And I think that I could potentially do that with these as a something to really make them pop. So I'm really tossing up. I want to use something, I want to use them for something special, whether I'm using it for like color work, or I even thought about maybe doing like a habitation throw, because they're 50 grams, right? So there's got to be like, okay, maths is not my strong suit at all. Really great at other things. Maths, not so much. So I reckon I've got 1,000 meters here, right? 1,000 yards, 200, 400, 600, 800, 1,000. Okay. I think I could do a habitation throw, and I think it'd be cute. Or do I do a fade? Like, I was thinking about that too. So I could go 1, 2, 3. I wonder if I could do like a fade like that. Am I showing that minty one? Like I said, I don't have the names for them because I filmed it yesterday. I thought I was done. I didn't like it, and then oops. But thank you so much, Megan. This is like beyond generous. I just cannot even, like, my husband was like, what is that? And he's like, I thought we agreed that we weren't gonna buy yarn. And I was like, he's like, you know, and I was like, yeah, we did. I didn't buy it. Like, and he's just so confused. Like, he's like, what do you mean? Like, somebody sent it to you. I was like, yeah, somebody like just sent it to me. So he's not entirely sure I'm not lying. I'm like, dude, some people are watching this thing. Like, it's not just my mom. Like, some people are watching. They seem to like it. I'm doing it again. So yeah, I'm really excited about these. I don't know what I'm gonna make. I am thinking about doing some, where was I going with that? Nope, I've lost it. I am thinking, I've always wanted to do a fade. I've always wanted to do a fade of some description, and I think this could be my time to shine. So, yeah. Thank you, Megan. So kind. All right, Alex's favorite things. Can I find the thing that I actually had in here from yesterday? Please be in here. Oh, is that it? I don't know if I've got it here, guys. What did I do with it? It's okay. If I don't have it, I'll show it next time or next week. I do actually have something else if I don't have it. I don't have it. It's fine. I was just going to show... I'll show it next time. I have a new favorite nail polish. It's really cute. I will show it next time. But these are my last thing. Actually, I've got a couple of them in here. So I keep all my, and then I might tell, I'm at 56 minutes. I might tell some quick story time. I'll see. If you're not interested in that, no worries. I'm just enjoying hanging out. Okay. So I really wanted some cute stitch markers, and I was just wandering around, and I really enjoy any kind of gemstone. I'm into it. So I was walking through my new local shopping area, and I came across this very cute like bead and jewelry store, and I was like, ooh, shiny. So I wandered on in, and I have a whole bunch of these. These are my, so I showed, yeah, these are like light bulb pins, safety pins. I showed the little heart stitch markers. Oh, might as well show them again. I've got them here in my little bag. This is from Handmade by Angel. Really cute. Rifle Paper Co. Little snapper. Love them. Showed you these ones from Knit Pro. You can't tell very easily. They're love hearts. Can you see? So those are my kind of stitch marker of choice. And then I had the little light bulb ones, and I use those mostly for like marking sleeve decreases or whatever. I've got about 200 of those. Anyway, I saw these yesterday, and I decided to buy a couple and make my own little stitch markers. Look how cute they are. I was really happy with these. So the stitch markers I just bought from Etsy. They're in the actual light bulb safety pins. I bought them for like $7 off Etsy for like 200 of them. And then these little charms thingies, I bought those from this local store, which I can't remember what it's called actually. So I was, I might end up going there again today, so this afternoon. So if I think of where it is, I'll definitely tell you so you can buy them too if you want. I would like to get some pins that are in the same gold color. I just preferred the bronze, but I think if I'm gonna make a few more of these, I'd like to have them matching. And I can't actually remember what it just told me. My battery's low again. I know, phony. I know. It's gonna die any minute. It's fine. Maybe I will do my chat next week. I can't remember for the life of me what stone this was. So I think it might have been. I don't remember. I can't remember what it's called. Aquamarine? I don't think so. I'm not even sure if that is one. I'm not sure if that's just that mermaid movie and I'm just getting confused. Anyway, I'll look at it next time I'm there. I was very drawn. You would have thought I would have been drawn to the rose quartz, but this one was just calling my name. And if there's one thing that I know about kind of crystals and gemstones, you get what's calling your name, you know, like. So I'm gonna keep buying these. I'm really happy with them. And actually I've got one marking the sleeve. Let's see if I can show you one here. The sleeve of my, yeah, look how pretty that looks. It's just making me happy. Yeah, it's bringing me a lot of joy to have a little decoration. So yeah, that comes to the end of our podcast. Thank you so much for being here and hanging out with me. Let me know if you're interested in doing some kind of Q&A or like knit and chat next week. That's what I'm thinking of doing. Still looking into options for knit nights and stuff. I think that's just going to come once we're a bit more settled with the move. I might do I think I will do story time next week. Sorry to like tease her the whole way through and then be like, nah, sauce. But I actually think now I'm going to go and I think I'm going to take my laptop and go work in a cafe for a little bit on some life admin stuff, get a coffee, another one. It stopped raining. I need to buy a toaster. Big jobs for today. And then hopefully have a nap this hour. I just think I'm a bit worn out actually. And it's been a really big week and I'm thinking some gentle, kind, nourishing self-care. I might even get a manicure. I haven't had a manicure in years. Maybe I'll get a manicure. Who knows? Fun times ahead. All right, guys. Well, take care. Really nice to see you and I'll probably see you next week.